booing me. On the show tonight, we've got the boss himself, Bruce Springsteen. Oh, I've been corrected. They are booing me. Well, let's start the show! To the show. We've got some great guests tonight, and I'll be treating them like royalty, though I promise not to throw eggs at them. I know, poor King Charles. Egged on his walkabout in York. Still, that should fill a couple of episodes of The Crown, shouldn't it? Yeah. Now, talking of having unpleasant things thrown at you, Matt Hancock finally arrived in the I'm a Celebrity jungle. Yes, the former COVID health secretary was paired with ex-Strictly contestant Sean Walsh. Oh, there they are. They get on so well, don't they? Wonder what they're bonding about. Oh, yeah! I snogged someone who ruined my career, too. Hancock told his campmates that he just wants the chance to show the British public what he's really like. Full of shit, shameless, and leaving a very bad smell. I think we get it, man. Yeah! Let's get some guests on! Later, we'll have music from pop goddess Florence and the Machine. I know. But first, he's a BAFTA-winning comedian and presenter. It's Mo Gilligan. Hello. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. She's made us laugh in Motherland and kept us in suspense on the line of duty. It's a first-time welcome for Anna Maxwell Martin. Have a seat, Anna Maxwell Martin. After a breakthrough performance in the global TV hit The Queen's Gambit, this actor is taking Hollywood by storm. Now serving up her new thriller, The Menu, it's Anya Taylor-Joy! Woo! Oh, she's up. Hello. Have a seat, He's a rock and roll legend with 150 million records sold and an Oscar, a Tony, and 20 Grammys to his name. Please welcome the boss himself. It's Mr. Bruce Springsteen! Welcome all. Lovely to see you all. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, Bruce, who do you know on the sofa?
I've just met them. So
OK, fair enough. Yeah. So you've never met any of them before?
No. 20.
OK, you'll love them. You'll love them. But you have seen Queen's Gambit, haven't you?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Thank you very much. I'm not chuffed at all. Thank you.
Now, I've forgotten this. I'm now looking at that. Are you OK, Anna Maxwell Martin?
I did flag this, Graham.
No, and I'd forgotten. You did say, and I'd forgotten.
I don't believe you'd forgotten, Graham.
No, but now... So you have a phobia of something on the set, and it's
not Graham!
And it's not Bruce Springsteen, and it's not sofas. What have you got a phobia of?
This is OK, because actually, I can see now it's made of plastic, but I do have a phobia of fruit bowls, yeah.
Oh, for real?
Wait. Not the bowl,
the fruit.
The fruit, is it that they're all touching each other? I'm sorry.
When did that start?
I just don't know. I've got a few phobias. They just crop up.
OK.
So is it the fruit or the bowl?
No, it's not the bowl.
But it's the fruit.
It's the...
Do you eat fruit?
So what do you do for your 5 a day?
We're getting into an important question.
I'm sorry. Like someone's parent.
Now, I don't think we're going to upset you, Anya, but you have a phobia.
Yes.
But I think yours, it's a legitimate fear.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I am really scared of revolving doors.
Yeah, I get that.
Terrified of being cut in half or being stuck in one. And to be fair, my first ever scene on Peaky Blinders, it was a oneer. And I was supposed to run in through revolving doors, grab someone, take them through the revolving doors. First take, I get stuck in there. So, legitimate, I think so.
Yes, and also because you have to match your speed to the speed of the door.
Oh, God, and if you're at the airport, everyone with their luggage, I'm just like, I'm gonna die.
I have a fear of sort of revolving, but my little, say if I was in flip-flops, my little toe being caught in the groove of the revolving door.
Why did you make this worse? I hadn't even thought about that.
I hear that with the toe, though.
Do you know what I mean?
Because when I go on the tube, you know, like on the tube, like you got the escalators.
Yeah.
But sometimes I like putting my shoes on the side and they get cleaned. They got this little brush. You ever do that? They get cleaned.
I don't know.
Yeah, you
I have a day.
Yeah,
I don't clean my shoes.
Oh, no, yeah, so on the side they get clean, but I'm always scared that one day it will get stuck.
Bruce, do you have any fears, phobias?
Save us, Bruce, save us.
All right, I'm on stage in Texas, and it's a cool night. So I'm standing there, and I notice a bug about this big, a locust, just come on and sat on my microphone and is staring at me. And then I notice there's another one, and then another one, until the stage is filled with thousands of locusts.
Oh, my gosh.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
That's like the Bible.
They were drawn. They were drawn by the lights and the warmth. And so I'm singing a song called My Hometown. It's a serious song.
Yeah.
I got the locust on my microphone. He goes to the top of my head.
Oh, my God.
And slowly crawls down my
No.
into my shirt, into the middle of my back.
Oh.
And I'm still singing. I can feel him back there. I finished the song. Walking off stage, my drummer says, "That was incredible. I saw the locust go straight down your back, and you didn't even move."
I mean, commitment.
Now, not a fear of bugs, but you have a thing about flies, don't you?
I don't like flies. I hate flies.
Okay.
Like, basically, I was doing this one show once, and it was going really well. Especially like when you do comedy, you know, like you've got them in the palm of your hand. It's going really well, and someone goes, "Fly." So I was like, "Huh?" And I was like, "Where's the fly?" And then they're like, "No, fly." And I'm like, "Where? I can't see the fly." Because I don't like being in the room where there's a fly. Sometimes I'll talk to the flies, Graham. If there's a fly in the house, I'm like, "Get out of the house! Why did you come in here?" And everyone kept saying, "Fly, fly." And I'm like, "But there's no fly." And then I looked down and it was open, my trousers. I was so embarrassed.
Very good. Listen, this is exciting. Bruce Springsteen brings us his 21st studio album, Only the Strong Survive. It is out today. Yes, it is.
That is so cool.
So, this is a big deal because this is your second volume of covers.
Yeah, I don't do it too much, but...
No, you really don't. So why now? Why these songs? How did you go about picking them? All of that.
Basically, this was still during the COVID lockup, so I'd written a record that I recorded with the E Street Band, and I felt I was kind of done writing for a while. But you're at home, you're sitting at home, you have nothing to do. So, well, maybe I'll sing somebody else's songs, you know. And I had all these songs that I loved from when I was a kid, and I was brought up on soul music, and my mentors were James Brown and Sam Moore from Sam and Dave, and of course it's Jerry Butler and the great singing of David Ruffin and Levi Stubbs and all of these people who are my masters, you know. Then I started to record a song by an artist named Frank Wilson, who was very popular in the Northern soul scene, you know. But it was a song called "Do I Love You" that is completely unknown in the United States, and so...
Is it really?
Yeah, it's no one had ever heard it in the United States, and I know it's been popular here,
yeah.
You know. So I cut that. That felt great, and I said, well, I'll make a record of soul music, you know, and draw on some of the influences I've had since I was a kid playing in the bars and stuff like that. So that's how that record...
Well, I'll tell you what, we've got a clip of you performing Frank Wilson's "Do I Love You? Indeed I Do." Here it is.
The very thing that I want most is just to have and hold you close. From morning until late at night, you fill my heart with pure delight.
you're really having a blast doing this.
Yeah.
But I read somewhere, you did an interview, and you were talking about going into this record, you weren't confident that your singing was up to these songs.
Well, I'm a bar singer, you know. I have a really good voice for 5 sets a night. You know, I can go on for hours and hours, as I usually do, you know. I've got a great voice for that. It's strong, it doesn't go. But I always said, I lack a little finesse. I lack a little of the precision and some of the tone of my greatest heroes, you know. So on this record, I tried to I really focused on just singing, and my producer really put together the tracks. And I had a good time. It was fun to do, and I took my singing up a notch or two, I think.
And then there was a thing where you had to stop singing. Do you have spinal surgery or something? And you had to
Yeah, I did. I had I guess it's C4 and C5 in my neck, and so it was going down my arm, and for about 5 years, my arms and my hands slowly got number and number and number, until I noticed when I was playing the guitar, it would fatigue very quickly. So after about 5 years, I said, I got to do something about it. Now, the problem is, what they do is they cut your throat. And right here...
That is a problem.
Right here, I have a scar. No. And they go in, and they tie your vocal cords off to one side. So if you're a singer...
Sorry.
You're a singer, that makes you anxious, and they tell you you can't sing a note for 3 months. So you had the operation done, and they put the titanium in there, and woke up, and it worked. It was quite successful, but I didn't sing a note for 3 months. And then one morning I went. I said, well, okay. Went into my garage, had an acoustic guitar, and I started to sing this song, "Darkness on the Edge of Town." And I said, well, seems to be okay. A couple of weeks later, I was in South Africa being crowd surfed across. Across the room.
Yeah, I know. Did your voice seem stronger after the rest, or...?
I've been lucky in that as I've got older, my voice has gotten better. And a lot of people have trouble with their voices as they get older, but for some reason I've been lucky, and it's gotten better as I've gotten older.
Because there's lots of singers on the couch. Anya Taylor-Joy, last night in Soho. You did your own singing in that, didn't you?
I did.
So did you have lots of lessons and prep and...
No!
OK.
Yeah, it was more just like... The scene was coming up and I was getting nervous, and rather than prepare when I get nervous, I just don't do anything about it. Because I try and pretend it's not going to happen, and then it was happening. So, yeah, I gave it a good go. But I do really love to sing. It's really fun.
Because Anna Maxwell Martin, cabaret, on stage, you were Sally Bowles, right?
I can't sing. No, I really can't. That's not me.
That is you. That is definitely you.
No, I was absolutely shit. The coach loads came in and they were disappointed. They left and then no one came. We once played that show to 6 people, Graham. That's how good I was.
I think that takes tremendous courage.
I did have an album.
Tremendous.
They did an album of it.
A cast album?
Yes, which my mother bought. So I'm not the same as Bruce, but...
not quite the same, but you did it. You did it. And Mo, is it true that you were kind of performing music before you ever turned to comedy?
Oh, yeah, like, my dad's very musical, so, like, in the show I do, I've got a show, and basically we do this thing called nursery rhymes. So we get a nursery rhyme, and we get a song. So, like, it's just like classic nursery rhymes, we do, like, a different rendition of it. But obviously my dad's a Rastafarian, so he do like his Rastafarian take on it. So instead of like the wheels on the bus, he's like, the wheels on the bus go around and around. But it's like when I do like comedy shows now, I have it on my Netflix special. So people are like, go on, do the rhyme, because I have it in the special, and I'm like, no, I can't just do it. I'll be in Tesco and I'm like the bags are 30p already. It's really stressing me out. And I do the rhyme. I'm like, no, don't do it. And before you know it, I'm like, oh, Matt done it in my setan, the farmer.
And Bruce, you've been singing professionally. Next year, you'll have been singing professionally for 50 years, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
5 decades.
Actually...
Or is it more?
Yeah, actually, I've been singing for 60. I've been playing with my band in a year for 50 years.
50 years. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the 50. Okay.
That's tricky. Imagine this. The same people that you went to high school with. All of the same people. For the rest of your life. The rest of your life, you work with them every day. And no one can be replaced or changed, you know. So,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, great news for the people of the UK and Ireland, because Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, back together, you're doing your first live shows here for, is it 6, 7 years, something like that?
yeah, since way before the pandemic, so...
Wow. And so you're not... Yeah, I know. It still freaks me out.
Yeah, every performer's favourite sound, you know what I mean?
And because this isn't attached to a new album, is this like a greatest hits tour?
No, it's just a tour.
Okay. But you will play some hits, right?
We'll play some.
Yeah. And tell me, so when did the thing, because your crowds do this now, they all they have signs of the songs they want to hear.
Yes,
when
they
did
do.
this start?
I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, people started to... It was my fault because I started to play requests. So people started to bring signs about what they wanted to hear. And to keep the band from getting too comfortable, I would pull these signs out of the audience, show them to the band, and we would play them, you know?
But it's not always your songs.
No, it can be anything.
The poor band is like, my God.
Here, Bruce, do the wheels on the bus, mate. Do the wheels on the bus.
Let me tell you, I have done the wheels on the bus many times. I have 3 kids, and I have sung Wheels on the Bus, not with that accent, but many times.
And tell me about, wasn't there a man who wanted to hear Drift Away? Do you know the man I'm talking about? He had a sign.
I do.
Tell the people what the sign said.
It said, I will give my left testicle to hear Drift Away.
To whom? That is the question.
Good question.
That is the question.
I certainly didn't want to be responsible for it, so we played Drift Away.
Now, talking of fans, Bruce, I mean, you play the songs for the fans, but you do seem to go above and beyond. This was, I think, early, back in the 80s, I think. Do you know the story where you were, I think you were at a cinema, was it in Denver?
St. Louis.
St. Louis. So you're in a cinema in St. Louis. Take it away. Unless it's a different story.
No? Okay.
Unless it's a different story, and you're thinking, he can't want me to tell this story.
I was at a cinema by myself on an off night from the tour in St. Louis, watching Woody Allen's Stardust Memories.
Okay.
During which Woody Allen is not necessarily so kind to his fans in the film. So I had met a kid in the lobby, was there with his girlfriend, and said, do you want to sit with us? So I said, okay.
See, already, I'm just thinking that's a hard no. Isn't it? Do you want to sit with us?
No.
No, I don't. But no, you did it. You're
Said,
lovely.
okay.
You went tap.
So I went and I sat, and we watched the movie. And he says, is that how you feel about your fans? So I said, well, not so much, right? He says, I'm going to go home now. Will you come home and meet my parents?
You didn't.
I said, okay.
Oh, I love that.
And so I went somewhere in St. Louis with this kid, and we walked in the door, and it's about 11 o'clock at night, and he says, Mom, I have Bruce Springsteen with me. And she goes, who? No. And he runs in his bedroom and comes out with the album and shows her the album cover. She says, Bruce Springsteen. And of course, then she goes, oh my God, let me make him some eggs. And so around midnight, I was sitting in a little house in St. Louis having some eggs with this kid and his mom. And I saw them for decades after that, every time we came to town.
Oh, what a story. Bruce's new album. album is Only the Song Survive, and it is out today. All right. Now, Anya Taylor-Joy brings us a dark new thriller. It's called The Menu. It's out in cinemas next Friday, the 18th of November. So tell us all about it. Who are you? What goes on? How much can you tell us?
Very little if you want to have a good time. So technically the story is about a couple that is going to a very exclusive restaurant on an island. This island is run by a, let's say, passionate chef.
Yeah.
And it takes place over one night and chaos ensues, and I will not say any more.
But it is one of those restaurants you read about, like, that are in...
It's like
in Denmark or Spain or something, you get a plate of soil.
Yeah, it basically takes, like, 5 people, and it costs, you know, your house to eat there.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Ralph Fiennes is brilliant, and he plays the kind of godlike chef. Yeah. And you are a big Ralph Fiennes fan, aren't you?
Well, I learned English reading Harry Potter, so it was, you know, like, kind of a bit of a big deal, but my subconscious does this thing where, like, it bars me from information that I can't handle if I have to do a job. So every day I just go in and I'd be like, hi, Ralph, and, like, we got along really well, and then the second it was over, I was just like... oh, my God, and I called my mum, and I'm not going to spoil it, but I was like... The last person that, like, faced off with Voldemort was Harry, and now it's me. And I'm here, and I'm ready for it, and it was a... Yeah. I'm blushing.
We've got a clip. This is you with your date, played by Nicholas Hoult. And it's kind of you realising that maybe the menu's not to your taste.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me, sir.
Margaret.
Hi.
Margaret.
Did you just fucking snap at me?
Do you know I've been trying to get a reservation here? You don't...
No, and I don't really care.
Do not send shit back to this kitchen, you child. You thanked them for even letting you in the door.
What did you just call me?
I called you a child. What you're fucking acting like.
Tyler, you need to apologize to me right now. You cannot speak to me that way.
Actually, I can, because Ding Dong, I'm the one who's paying, so maybe shut up and eat. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is incredible. You have to try this.
No, thanks. Don't let me interrupt.
Miss Mills, how can I assist you?
Just looking for the ladies' room.
Right this way.
Thank you. What's behind that silver door?
Something very special.
And I'm wondering now, Anya, in real life, have you been to one of these incredibly precious restaurants where you...
I have once, and it was a good experience, but I have to say that I'm a takeaway girl. Like, my palate is just not that refined. And also, if you go to one of these places, like, no offense to anyone that enjoys them, if you go to one of these places and you leave hungry...
Oh, you do?
Oh,
all you want is a hot
angry.
meal. You leave pissed off your nuts.
Yeah.
And you just think, I just
they
want
keep
a
giving you
pie.
another glass of wine. They're like, this glass of wine with
and then
this.
it's a
and
foam.
I'm like,
Here's some foam with the wine.
Exactly.
I don't want foam, I want some fish and chips.
And it also is that thing, isn't it? When you're in the restaurant thinking, what will be open on the way home?
Give me something hot. Just want something hot.
This happened to me. It was after a show one night. I just played 3 hours. I'm sweating. I'm starving. My manager says, we're going to the best restaurant in Paris. Oh. Really? Yes, I can't wait. We go. It's 12. First course comes out. It's about this big. Second course comes out. This big. Third course comes out. This big. So I said, is that it? He said, that's it. So the chef comes out. I said, could I have another one of those last courses? No. I said, okay. We leave the restaurant, and I had an assistant who was a white-haired, huge Navy SEAL. And as I walk out, he's standing by the car with a McDonald's bag.
There you go. There you go.
Happy Bruce. Talking of bands, Anya, I mean, Queen's Gambit, we mentioned there, this is nuts. 62 million households, not people, households, watched that show. So I'm guessing you've bumped into some of them.
Yes, but also, I mean, all of this happened during lockdown. So the craziest thing was I was just kind of in my house, and then the internet was telling me that things were happening, but I don't believe it. So I'm like, oh, OK, fine. And then I landed in New York, and I was like, nope, this is different. Must run. But I think the thing that I love the most is the disparity between ages. Because you have, like, really little kids that love it, and then you have, like, 87-year-old people that are like, Beth! And I love that. That's my favourite.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Yeah.
Do they want to tell you their interesting chess stories, or what? Or did they just say you were very good in it?
No, sometimes they want to play me at chess, but the thing is, it's like, A, I don't carry one with me. I'm sorry to disappoint. But B, the thing about jumping from project to project is that you gain skills for that particular project. So I'm like, yeah, chess was like 2 years ago. Now I'm like good at cars and stuff like that, so sorry.
Do people challenge you with other games?
Other games?
Yeah.
Oh.
Rock, paper, scissors, right now. 1, 2, 3. Ha!
Good result. Good result. That was nice.
Almost there.
Good game.
Because Anna Maxwell Martin, was it after Line of Duty that you felt like, did you notice people noticing you more after Line of Duty?
Yeah, maybe, because lots of people watch it, don't they? And probably because they're so horrible. People come up and say... They're always very honest. You know, in the supermarket, they'll say, I didn't like you in that. OK, cool. Yeah, they'd shout. I get shouted at and things about being a bitch and things like that.
But this is the question. So when you play a character that's that awful, because I have it too, do you say thank you?
Yeah, totally. And I'm like that.
Because it's like, you're a bitch.
So nice,
I'm like, thanks, I'm a good actor.
Yeah. No, I'm just like, thank you, that's so nice. You're slagging me off, thank you.
And, Anya, I must just quickly mention, you finished filming Mad Max Furiosa. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
In Australia. And you put this clip online. So, basically, here's what you're going to watch. So, I believe I'm right. Anya, you were in that car, right?
Yes.
OK. And Anya's challenge is to drive down here, do a handbrake turn, and end up with the back of the car in between these two poles.
It's called a juicy lift 180.
Wow.
OK, let's see.
Wow.
Let's see how Anya gets on. Here we go. OK, doing very well so far.
Thank you.
Excellent. Oh, not. Oh, good. And here we go. Has she done it? Yet? Yes, she is. That's impressive, isn't it?
But what's really, like, crazy and slightly upsetting about that is that that's my first time in a car.
Really?
So I don't have a licence.
That's so good.
I can't parallel park, I can't go on the highway, I still don't have one, but I can do that.
That's what you need to do. You don't need to know anything
At some point, that will come in handy, I'm assuming.
Yeah, for a very tight parking spot in a supermarket or something.
Yeah. I mean,
How hard it is to do a 3-point turn when you drive. Sometimes I've been travelling...
Well, like, the way
So
that they've
hard.
trained me how to drive now is as if I'm, like, in a high-intensity chase at all times. So I'm kind of nervous to get my licence now. I'm a bit concerned about society.
I think your instructor will be quite nervous as well.
Oh, yeah. It is fun, though, and
Would you like to pull into this space, Miss Taylor-Joy? Because, actually, Anna, you're now in a new drama, Spy Among Friends, and it's an historical drama based on real events. So are you that actor? Did you do lots and lots of reading around this subject?
Do I do lots of reading around the subject?
Yeah.
Not a lot. Not a lot. What I do is I just read my bits.
I like that. Yeah. Highlight. Nope, stop. Highlight.
I don't need to know what's going on in the rest of it, because I'm not there.
I like your style. Well, let's see what you do know about A Spy Among Friends. It launches the brand-new ITVX platform from the 8th of December. And, as I said, it is...
There I am.
Oh, there... Oh, yes. You're very good at it.
I've changed since the cabaret days.
So, as I said, based on real events, what do you know about it? What can you tell us about it?
Oh, I'd love to tell you loads, but I'm not sure I know very much myself, because, as I say, I didn't actually read the script. But it's about Kim Philby, and he obviously, as we know, ran off to Russia, and there's sort of involvement with his best friend, Nicholas Elliott, and then he was sort of under suspicion, so I'm sort of investigating him. We need to work out what happened with Elliot. It's really, really good. It's brilliant. And the boys, that wasn't me on there. That was 2 other actors.
No, that's Guy Pearce
really
and Damien Lewis. I mean, it's pop.
It's like a thriller. It's not spy. It's a thriller, but it's about so my relationship with Damien's character, then Damien's relationship with Guy's character.
Well, we've got a clip. This is you, and you're kind of beginning your debrief with Nicholas Elliott, who's the other, not Philby, played by Damien Lewis. Here we go.
Mr. Elliott, I'd like to begin by saying how sorry I am. I realise how painful this must be for you and everyone else here at the intelligence service who counted Mr. Philby as a friend and trusted colleague for such an awfully long time.
Is that Northumberland, I hear?
You and Mr. Philby were friends for what, 25 years?
23.
Could you please explain to me how he was able to escape from Beirut?
Smart money's on a boat.
No, thank you.
Newcastle. The accent.
Mr. Elliott, I completely understand why you might need a moment or two to break the ice. Believe me, I do. Would you mind if we now consider it broken?
Woo! Very good. And Damien Lewis was trying to guess your accent there.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all? He was roaming around the northeast.
OK.
Yeah.
Where is she from?
Durham.
OK.
Yeah.
And did you base it on anything?
Well, I initially thought of Anton Deck. But then I found out a few weeks in that they were from Newcastle. So that... Yeah. I don't know.
It's very good. He doesn't know. He can't spot it. And I've got to ask you, Anna, Motherland. Is there more Motherland on the way?
Maybe a nugget, I can't say.
OK, you can't say it. That sounds like a yes. And Diane Morgan was on the show, and she was talking about how like people who work on that show either, you know, engage with the children or don't. Which side of the...
Oh, no. I don't like them to touch me. I mean, I've left my children at home to be child-free. I don't want to go and then engage with more children. No.
Do your own daughters watch it?
They don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like me embarrassing myself so much.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
it's a very cringy... Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's cringy, and they just think I'm making a complete tit of myself.
And Bruce, for you, you know, having kids, were they aware that a global superstar was in the kitchen?
Well, my kids were really little, and people would come up to me, and they said, "Why are those people coming up to you, Dad?" I said, "Well, where I work, I'm like Barney for adults." And that kind of, Barney for adults. Barney, and I don't... Was Barney very popular, the purple dinosaur?
With a certain demographic.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
So they understood that, but they have no interest, virtually no, or very little interest in my music or interest in that part of my life. They're interested, I always say, your kids don't need a hero, they need a father.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's what they're interested in.
That is wise. but very exciting. There's a new baby in the Springsteen household.
Yes, I am a 73-year-old grandfather.
For the first time. Yeah, this is the first one.
Yeah. My handsome son Sam and his lovely partner Alex have a wonderful baby girl, and there's a baby in the house. I'll be singing Wheels in the Bus again. And so
you'll be dusting it off.
That's right. So we're quite happy.
Oh, such a lovely thing. And tell me this now, Mo, you are the baby of your family, aren't
I'm
you?
the youngest, yeah.
Yeah. So do they still treat you like that?
Well, the thing is, I'm the youngest and I'm the only boy as well. So, like, when I go to my mum's, my mum just, like, pulls out all the stops. She's like, you hungry? Do you want some food? Like, do you want a pillow and stuff? And I'm like, oh, no, I'm okay. Yeah, my mum be like, do you want a pillow?
Hug or to
I don't know, it's a pillow, like, mum's got nice pillows. So, like, I'm not there a lot, do you know what I mean? Like, so I get there, and she really pulls out all the stops. But then my sisters hate it, because they're just like, we've been here for 5 hours, we haven't even been offered a drink. And I'm like, yeah, but you ain't got a TV show, so...
But then your mom, you talk about your mother a lot on stage. Does she enjoy it?
No, my mum absolutely loves it. My mum absolutely loves my success. And, like, a lot, because I always say I get my comedy from my mum's side of my family. So my mum's really funny, she's really bubbly. But then my mum does this thing where she hints for things. Like, so I'll be like, oh, mum, you know, I have this show happening. Oh, that's great, fantastic. Oh, really tired. I love a Caribbean cruise one day. And she just notes these little things, or she'd be like, I'll be like, oh, mum, guess what? I'm going to be going here and doing this. Oh, that's great, that's great. Just go back to that old kitchen, yeah. I'm like, oh, you want a new kitchen? So we have a cool trade-off. So, like, whenever I have some success, I obviously show it, like, I massively share it with my family, my mum, my sisters.
I love your mum's stuff.
Well.
It's so funny.
Oh,
it's so funny.
But then sometimes it's awkward because, I can talk about my mum, but, like, sometimes we're like, hey, your mum's got fat ankles. I'm like, whoa, hold on. No. That's my comedy. You can't tell me my mum has fat ankles.
Well, I'm sure Mo's mother will love his new show. It's called That's My Jam. It's coming to BBC One and iPlayer next month. Okay. So this is a big entertainment show, and it's connected to Jimmy Fallon, the late-night chat show in America.
Yeah.
So what... Oh, there you are.
This is me and Jimmy. So, yeah, he's a lovely guy. I was really fortunate to go out a year ago and do the pilot and meet him. So he does the US version, and he's passed the baton on to me to do the UK one, which will be on BBC One.
And explain the game.
Yeah, so it's basically like a music quiz show, but then it's got, like, performances with 2 teams of celebrities. So you get to see celebrities do things you've never seen before, especially, like, musicians as well. So you have this game called Musical Medley. So you'll get, like, a famous track, and then you have to do a different genre of it. It's sensational. There's parts where I sit there, I'm like, hey, this is so good. Are you not filming this? Because really good stuff. But yeah, it was
we've got a clip, and this is Alicia Dixon.
Oh, this is Alicia Dixon.
This is Alicia Dixon, and it's the musical genre challenge.
Yeah. Here we go. Come on, Will. What do we have? Here we go. Give me something good. Give me something good. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh, I'm so excited for this. Yeah. How are we going to do this, Adam? What kind of twist have you got?
So I'm thinking Disney princess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's exactly how I look. Fire in the park. Let's go. Man try to say he's better than me. Tell my man shut up. Mention my name in one of your tweets. Why, rude boy, shut up. Better than me. Shut up.
It's such a fun show. And the cool thing is people at home get to play along as well.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was an honour, man. Look, I'm a young man from South London, so to go all the way to LA and do a show, still, like, I can't believe it's a possibility.
Oh, well, huge congratulations to you, Mo. It's called That's My Jam. Comes to BBC One and iPlayer next month. Okay. Time for music. This triple Mercury-nominated band is back with the #1 album, Dance Fever. Here, performing the current single, Dream Girl Evil, it is Florence and the Machine.
Where did you miss me? Walk on water just to kiss me. Or come and get me, drag me out, destroy me. I've been expecting you, I'm ready. Deliver me that bad news, baby. Am I a dream girl? You think of me in bed, but you could never hold me. You like me better in your head. Make me evil, then I'm an angel instead. At least you'll sanctify me when I'm dead. Dream girl. Did mommy make you sad? Do I just remind you of every girl that made you mad? Make me perfect, make me your fantasy. You know I deserve it. Well, take it out on me. Am I a dreamer? You think of me in bed, but you could never hold me. You like me better in your head. Make me evil, then I'm an angel instead. At least you'll sanctify me when I'm dead. Dream girl, evil. Dream girl, evil. Watch me shimmer, a projection of your mother. But don't come crying. I'm nobody's moral center. It cannot hold. It cannot hold. It cannot hold. It cannot hold. It cannot dream girl. Evil. Dream girl. Evil. Dream girl. Evil. Dream girl. Evil.
Wow! Florence and the Machine, everybody! Beautiful! How gorgeous was that? And the band, come on over, Florence, do! Oh, shimmer, you waft, gorgeous. Hello. Thank you so much for that performance. Mwah, mwah. Have a seat there, shut up slightly. We've got Mo, Anna, Anya, Bruce. There you go. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you so much for that. How gorgeous. Those vocals, wow. That is the album Dance Fever, number one album, Dance Fever. There you go. And you started touring this album in America, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And why that? Just so you'd be home for Christmas?
It's funny thing with artists, you don't do the booking schedule yourself.
Sorry, I'm a fool.
Yeah, you're like, you don't... Bruce, you know, like, if there's a why of, like, why you're like, there's someone else that will know.
but you are touring in this country?
Yes.
It kicks off soon, right?
Yes, very soon, yeah.
Do you know?
Vaguely, it's in a week.
Yeah.
It's in a week.
Yeah. She'll be there, I promise.
Roughly in a week, and I'll be there.
Yeah, somebody will get her there. It's going to happen. But now, here's the thing, because I look at you, because I haven't been to one of your live gigs. I've seen you perform on the show, and it seems unlikely that you crowd surf. But you like it.
I love it. Yeah.
There you are.
I mean, there's so much crowd interaction. I mean, really getting as close to people as possible is what I really like to do. So it's sometimes quite hard when I'm doing this to stay on the stage and not go down and, like, start, like, interacting with people. But I'm like, OK, no, it's TV, just, like, behave.
But do you have to choose... Are there some outfits where you kind of think, this is not a stage crowd surfing outfit?
Oh, no. You can crowd surf in Gucci, yeah, it's fine.
OK. You might come back with less of it, but... I'm sure I was wearing a cape. But, you know, Bruce, now, do you still crowd surf?
I'm retiring that.
No. We've got a picture of this. That looks recent. Hey. That looks recent. And look how happy you are.
It's true. But I'm retiring. But I've had a lot of fun doing it. Yeah.
The only question I have for both of you is how do you control where you go? Because I've done that at festivals before, and you're with your friends, and all of a sudden you're gone, and you never find them again.
You can't. You can't.
You just get.
I've been like crowd surfed out of a show before. was on, like, I got so overexcited and I crowd surfed on the 3rd song in, and then that was it. I was out.
I really wish you could do this with comedy. That would be so fun. My mum's got 4 ankles. That's so fun in music, man.
Well, it's about trust, you know. It's about trust and the audience trusting you and you're trusting them, and so you're like...
And it changes the temper of the rest of the evening in a lovely way.
You're doing Hyde Park. Imagine crowd surfing in Hyde Park. That would take hours.
Yeah, but if there's bad traffic, then you can cross the entire park in like 2 seconds and you're out.
Crowd surfing back to your hotel.
Exactly.
Well, listen, good luck with the tour, Florence. Thanks. And good luck with the album. And thank you for that gorgeous performance. Florence and the Machine, everyone! As they say, is nearly it, but we go just time for a quick visit to the big red chair. Hello.
Hello, Graham.
Hello, what's your name?
Roger.
Roger, all right, Roger. And what do you do, Roger?
I'm a doctor.
Oh, he's a doctor.
Hello, Roger.
Oh, like an actual doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of, you know. Are you like a general practice, or do you have a speciality?
I work in a hospital.
OK, like a doctor.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. Yeah, it's a hospital. I work here. And where do you do it?
In London.
In London. Keeping it nice and vague. But on Monday, someone will see this face and go, oh, for fuck's sake, that's my doctor. I'm relying on him. Off you go with your story.
So I took a 24-hour round trip to New York because I wanted to see Springsteen on Broadway.
I knew you'd be in one of these stories. Yes.
And everything was going fine. I got to the theatre door and checked my ticket in, and the ticket didn't work. What happened? There was a mix-up, and the friend who I'd got the ticket from was back in London, at home, asleep with his phone switched off. So quite a challenging situation to be in, as you can imagine.
Yes.
Very, very luckily, a good friend, Laurie, from New Jersey, was there with me. And she swapped her ticket with me, so I got in to see the show. And she had to wrangle with the box office.
Of course,
eventually, they let her in 30 seconds before the show started.
Oh.
That was brutal.
I mean, interesting for him.
That was just a TripAdvisor review. That's what I was so invested.
He got in. He got in. No, I was worried that he'd float all the way and he hadn't got it. He got in. He's a doctor. He can heal himself. OK, that really is all we've got time for. If you'd like to have a go in that red chair yourself and tell your story, you can contact us via our website. This is the address. Please say a huge thank you to all of my guests tonight. Florence and the Machine! Mo Gilligan! Anna Maxwell Martin! Anya Taylor-Joy! And Mr. Bruce Springsteen! Oh, yeah! And next week is Children in Need, but do join me the Friday after that with pop star Charlie Puth, BBC newsman Clive Myrie, Oscar winner Emma Thompson, Knives Out star Daniel Craig, and a taste of Panto with comedian John Bishop and the great Sir Ian McKellen. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye!
Who Dares wins. From the creators of Peaky Blinders, the brave SAS rogue heroes will do absolutely anything to turn the tide of war. If you press red, you can watch all brilliant episodes right now on BBC iPlayer. Next on BBC One, RuPaul and the Queens are bringing the Friday night vibes.